Hi yogis, good morning, good evening, wherever you're practicing this today. It's lighter and brighter, and it is lighter and brighter, hopefully, today. It's not raining anyway. Hey, there's a good thing to be grateful for. Let's get started today. We're going to come onto the mat on our knees. Please free to pack it with a squishy mat or a nice blanket or a roll or a towel underneath if this is too much. And we're going to stretch out the feet if you can. It's known as broken toe pose, aptly named. Really, really fantastic for your feet. Bring your hands into your heart center, squeeze gently into them to feel that little lift in your biceps and your triceps. Take a deep, loving breath in. And today's class is about acceptance. Accepting the things that we have in our life that we can control, which are very few. Maybe we can just really control what we put into our bodies and how we control our thoughts and our minds. We can't control the bigger picture of life. This is what makes it so exciting, as well as that can be also seen as quite scary too. Again, this is just your perception, how you wish to interpret this world. We can listen to the news and believe it. We can listen to the news and find it of disbelief. Again, it's all perception. What we really know is each day we need to eat, breathe, move, love, and be sheltered. Got a lovely, slower pat class for you today, but will hopefully give you a little sense of ease and stretch into those bones that maybe we've been working a little bit too hard. Maybe not. That's totally my perception of what you've been doing. And first of all, we're going to lift the arms to the sky in this act of joy as we draw down the energy of the sun and then bring those hands into the heart. We begin to bring the weight forward, draw the hands down, and let those feet find their happy place when we leave that broken toe pose and come into child's pose. So here my knees are together equally. You can take your knees apart and have just your big toe joints together. And just allow those hip flexors to open. So your hip creases, just allow them to feel. Just be aware of what's going on in your body today. Try not to judge it. Try not to say, I'm good, bad at this. Just allow it to happen. Let it flow over you. As liquid as fluid as turning on the water to run yourself a bath. It just does. It just flows. As we inhale, we're going to come forward onto the knees and just drop the hands forward. Keep the hands forward. And then exhale, come all the way back. Inhale, come forward, and exhale, come back. Inhale, come forward. Squeeze the glutes, lift the chest, exhale, come back. This time we're going to come forward. Just draw the shoulders a little bit over the wrist. Squeeze the glutes and lower for a half press up. And then inhale, lift up. Lower for a half press up. Inhale, lift up. And if you want to, it doesn't feel, you can just take it a little way. It doesn't have to come all the way to the earth and then come up. And then as we exhale, we're going to bring this right foot forward and slide that left leg back. Now come down onto the elbows and then keep this knee in line with the hips. Mine's a little bit too high actually. I'm going to rotate the body down so the chest is flat on the earth. And if I've got my right knee here, I'm going to either see what it feels like with my head over to the right, or if you wanted to and it feels good in the body, you can take your head over to the left for a flapping fish pose. It's a really nice pose to do when you're in bed and you've got the whole bed to spread out on, which might not be very often. Just feel the breath on the belly. Feel the earth beneath you, supporting you, holding you here. Accept that this class is maybe not what you wanted today. Maybe you wanted something fiery and you're tempted to go, oh, this is too slow. Maybe this is what your body needs. You're going to slowly bring the hands all the way under the shoulders again. Lift on up from here. And then extend that leg away. And keep that lift for our cobra pose. Now this lift comes from the belly. It looks like it comes from the lower back. Draw the shoulders down. So the shoulders draw back as much as you can. So you're squeezing the blades in towards each other. And then exhale, we're going to slide down the pubic bone, the belly, and the chest. And extend those arms out Squeeze the glutes and lift the feet. Drop the chin so the whole body is long. And you can just take your 3 fingers of your right hand, so you're doing your little dog eye promise. Take them on the back of your neck. Now, often in these poses and at the gym, we can squeeze through too much of the neck. So I want you to lift your head and feel your fingers squidge. Okay, this is not good. I want you to drop your head and feel your fingers open. This is not good. And then find that neutral position where the chin is tucked. And then this is where your head should be in these poses. And if you're still here holding this while I've rambled on, then good for you. From here, we're going to bring the hands down and we're going to bring that right knee up. Again, take it in line with the hips and draw your head the opposite way. And if this really isn't feeling good in your neck, then take it to the same, take it to the left-hand side as well. Maybe close off the eyes, you can walk your fingers, you can feel that stretch through the whole of the thigh. Begin to let go of your body, just a gentle opening, a little stretch, and then just let the muscles find this parasympathetic nature of the earth. Feel a lovely deep twist supported in the neck. That lovely opening of your hip joint without any of the effort of gravity. And this is why these joints, these poses on the floor are so great, because we get all the benefits of the body for the muscular body, the skeletal body, and the internal organs. Remember, it's all one thing. And yet we have none of the effort. It is still doing you good, even though it may feel passive. This is the joy of, of what yoga can be. Some days it's really fiery, sometimes you're really worked up like a HIIT class, and sometimes it's really gentle. Now let's bring those arms in, begin to lift up again, and we're going to do the same thing again. So we're going to come back. Now you may need to come down to bring that leg back, that's totally fine. We're going to lift up. Now if you're happy to, you can keep the toes flat and lift up the thighs, and squeeze the shoulders back to come into your up dog. But if you actually, it's just as nice, it's much stronger, your up dog. It's just as nice to stay in your cobra. Thinking of lifting the chest. So feel this under your rib cage, opening up from the front body. This is really going to stretch your six pack and not compress the back. If you're feeling it in the back, drop the shoulders and bring the chest further forward. Nice. From here, come back into, so you're coming into child's pose. Only we're going to come halfway. Slide the hands away forward and take your chest to the floor. Oops, my knees are sliding on the mat. So we're going to come down into puppy pose. I'm just going to stretch out my toes here because I can feel them cramping a little bit. Feel a breath in the body. As we inhale, the belly swells. As we exhale, we can almost tuck it onto a little bit. And I'm going to turn my head left to right as well, so that I'm grounding through my right cheek and then my left cheek. Really feel the body begin to loosen here, drawing the chest down. And then slowly, I'm going to come all the way up, cross over the ankles, and then come lying down on the floor and bring my knees in towards the chest. From here, I'm going to draw the head and shoulders down on an inhale. I'm going to hook my knees a little tighter, squeeze them in a little more, tuck in the chin so the back of the neck is long, and peel up into Upanasana, which translates as wind release pose, which is always quite good fun, to be honest, especially if you're on Zoom and not in a yoga class. And then we're going to take the right hand around the left knee, twist both knees over to the right. Extend your left hand. It's feeling that lovely twist, really great for not only the sides of the body, but internal organs, the digestive system, the liver, the spleen. And then we're going to move that the other way and come and take your left hand onto your right knee and twist it through, just noticing these differences in the body. Wrist in line with the shoulder, draw the shoulder down before we think of drawing the knees down. Maybe your knees are up here somewhere. If so, you can take a brick on the floor and let your knees rest on a brick. That may feel really nice, because then you get the idea of pushing, letting gravity take your weight to push against something. You don't always have to, feel like you're lying here struggling, but don't take it under the shoulder, take it under the knees instead. And then as we inhale, come all the way up. We're going to cross the ankles over, so we're going to cross the right leg over the left leg and bind through the ankles. Left wrist comes forward, right wrist comes, what my leg? Your left arm comes forward and we're going to draw your right elbow into the left one and we're going to bind through the hands or onto the wrists and just peel the head and shoulders off here as we draw the navel down. Squeeze in. Make sure this is not hurting the back of your neck. If it is, drop it a little deeper and squeeze the knees in. And then from here, we're just going to work with the belly. And we're going to draw the knees in and out, and knees in and out, and knees in and out. Lovely. Extend the arms backwards. Release the legs the other way. Mind don't bind this way. Take your right arm forward. Bring your left hand in front. Dip the elbow wells together and then maybe bind through the hands. Draw those 5 points to the belly. Down, lift on up. Tuck in the chin. And hold and squeeze. And then if you want to, you can bring the knees in. And out and knees in. And out and knees in. And out and knees in. And out. I said it was going to be slow. I didn't say it was going to be easy, did I? Bring them in and out. And bring it in and out. Lovely. You're going to slowly lift both legs up to the sky. Take hold of your big toes. And then maybe allow them to come back a bit. And then release. And then maybe take your hands underneath your buttocks. Maybe making little potato fists. And then maybe drawing the shoulders underneath. You're going to use your elbows and bring your fists into hands. And then use your hands to walk your bum up to the sky. Now here, you can bring your elbows in and tuck your shoulders underneath each other. Now if you've got any pain in your neck, this is probably not a good pose for you. So come back to line with the whole spine on the floor and bringing the legs up in the air. Or take your bum to the wall. And if you did earlier on the legs up the wall, do your legs up in the wall instead. From here, I'm going to draw my hands to my bra strap and then take your legs up to the sky. Active through the feet, we're going to draw one leg out behind us. And then maybe bring the other leg to join. Squeeze the navel in. And if you want to, you can, my feet come easily on the floor, but also I've got a wall here, so I can find the wall. And this wall could be the edge of your sofa or the edge of your bed. Or it could be a chair. And you just take your feet to the seat of the chair. So, you know, we don't always get to the end position straight away. You can also put your bricks underneath your feet and take your bricks so that you come onto your bricks instead. And then, you know, every time you practice, maybe after 3 or 4 times, you can take one brick away. And then if your feet are on the floor, and only if they are, then you can extend your hands, link your fingers and draw your little fingers down. And then slowly bring the knees into the head. Maybe you can take the knees to the sides of your temples. Hold the back. And then slowly we're going to come all the way down. Take the whole of the spine down. And then it's up to you how you come down. You can bring the knees down, bring the feet down. Or you can keep the legs up in one little more ab work. So you're going to come all the way down. Squeeze the belly in so the spine is completely on the floor. Then as we come forward, we're going to walk through those feet and pivot on the tailbone and the hips. Walk the elbows in a little bit and then bring the crown of the head down. And if you're thinking, what on earth has Emma just done there? You can also just bring the shoulders down. So bring the hands down and draw the head back instead. I just want you to take your neck and just give it an opposite movement to the shoulder stand that we've just done. So if you're in your fish pose, you're lifting, so we come up and we lift the chest up, we extend through the legs, you can put a little bend in the legs, and then we open the elbows a bit to bring the crown down, and then you can maybe lift the arms, and if you're feeling really strong in the back, you can lift the legs. But really, just staying here is really beneficial. As we come out, use your hands and your elbows to support the chest and the chin as we pick up the chin Lift the head and then draw the head down. And then we're going to bring the knees in towards the chest and massage through the back of the sacrum. Move on over to the right. Bring yourself up to seated. Nice, reach the arms to the sky. And then exhale, lower the hands all the way down. Reach the arms forward and have to squidge back. Nice. Inhale, we're going to take your big toe and we're going to extend that leg out. Nice, we're going to lift up the other foot. Maybe it stays here, you're going to hold on to that toe. Maybe you're more into this shape. We're going to extend that other leg out. And then maybe you can lift both legs up. And then maybe you can have a word with your feet and tell them to stay there as you lift up. I'm going to show you where my spine is here. Legs are apart. And then bring those legs down, hinge forward and extend through. Fold the whole body down. Nice. You're going to reach one arm over the other. Reaching the right hand on the earth, or the right hand onto the right knee, elbow on the earth. Reach that left hand all the way over. And then come all the way back to center and reach it the other way. Bring your feet together. Take your hands and your knees, fingers facing in, knees bent. Hands 2 hands distance away from you, and then lift up, hold it into your tabletop or Purvottanasana variation. Hold it here, and if you feel that that is too easy for you, extend the feet, lift the heart and the chest, and lift the buttocks up. Now squeeze the hips to draw the toes to the floor. Chin can either be to the chest, pull the belly in. This is also called reverse plank. So it's exactly the same principles as in plank and pie. Squeeze the glutes up, pull the belly into the centers to retract the shoulders, and breathe. Then slowly lower the bottom to the earth. Bring those hands for a nice straight spine. Maybe hold on, take your strap around your foot. I'll just get my strap here. Taking the strap around your feet. Lift the heart and the chest, and as we exhale, fold that forward. Inhale, you find that lift. Exhale, we think of just drawing forward rather than drawing down. We may be able to scurry those hands along the straps a little bit. Inhale and exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Come all the way up, let your strap be. You're going to bring the feet hip distance apart, lift the heart and the chest. Take your hands underneath, and then allow the body to fold. Try not to bring the head down first. Try and keep your head on the spine. And your knees want to draw out to the side, so pull them in. And then as we exhale, reach the hands back again, lift up into tabletop, making sure that your wrists and your shoulders are in line. As we exhale, we're going to rock back and then forward, rock back and then forward, rock back. Just bring the buttocks back, bring the bottom all the way down, reach forward again, take your strap. Reset the breath. Inhale, rise up, take your right foot into the right thigh, lift the arms, micro twist to the left, and then lower. And again, I can hold my feet without rounding my back. If you want to, or if you like to, you can take your hands either side of the calf muscle, or take hold that strap against the ball of the foot as well. Really flex the foot. You may feel that this leg is now really active, because we're not just working the spine here, we're really working the muscles of that left leg, opening up through the right hip. Again, a couple of breaths. Inhale, rise up, extend the legs again. So we can either go for the tabletop or we can come up into Parvottanasana. So you can be here or you can be here. And just feeling your hips lift, the strength in your body, the power you have to keep going. Bring the bottom down. Try and draw the left foot in, draw the heel and the foot in line with the right thigh. Draw that knee down. Inhale, lift the arms. Micro bend to your right leg. Pick up your strappage. Lift the heart, the chest. Fold that forward. And then as we inhale, we're going to this time lift up this right knee. You're going to take the strap behind us. Take your right hand, your left hand over that knee and take it behind. Now you may be able to bind behind the back, and I'm going to twist this way so you can see what I've just done there. I'm also going to take my strap. So I'm going to take my hand behind and then take this hand, and I can quite just about hold my fingers, but if not, you can, I'm sitting on my strap, that's not good. And then you can hold your strap and take it here. Because what we're looking for is a nice straight spine, and then we fold again. Again, flexing this foot, lift the spine, and as we exhale, we lower. And Marichiasana. And then when we release the strap, take your right hand up. Maybe bring that right hand all the way round the knee and twist through. And then extend the left leg, bring the right knee in, take your strap behind you, it should already be there. Reach the arms forward, take the arm. So you take the arm forward and then you pick an apple with the wrist and then flow that into the elbow. It's kind of quite tricky the first time you do it, but actually just keep twisting and then hold the strap. Lift the heart and the chest, and then slowly we lower to the earth. Flexing your left foot, keeping that left leg really strong. Draw the belly in and drawing down the right big toe too. Nice. And then slowly we're going to come together. Bring the hands into the heart as we cross the legs. Reminding ourselves to accept what is, to let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. Thank you so much for showing up on the mat today. Everything else that you did was just an extra added bonus because you showed up. And that's all there is. Namaste. See you soon.